We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
and I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2160, and today Jill and I are talking about probably mostly me. We'll talk about the second quarter of 2025, the real estate market that we're in. I'll give an update about what to buy and where to buy it.
Could you imagine?
I'm trying to be real specific this week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just thinking, what if I'm sitting here, next thing you know, you start seeing me nod off.
I'm sure both of us have done that. This is 2160 episodes. Somebody was sleeping at some
Yeah,
point.
by the way, we didn't start at 2000. Let's just give it a number. Well, let's start there. No, it was 0. And what's funny, we're probably -0 because I'm sure we had a bunch of, there's been many throughout the years that we've that sucks. And we scrapped it and start over. Now you get what you get.
People listen to the show.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. I get emails. It's kind of funny. I got an email the other day from a guy that was a member years ago, and I don't know what he's doing now. He's like, I moved on to some other business, but I still listen to you guys. That's hilarious. That was really cool.
Each day on the show, oh, by the way, all week this week is Jack and Jill's Common Sense Week. We answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Okay, so Stephen B. wrote, "Hey all, I've been a Land Academy member for 2 years now, but I've taken a break from the land business for the last 6 months or so. I've done approximately a dozen deals, most of which have been smaller properties for residential building purposes. Most of my buyers have been direct to the builders. It's builders themselves buying the lots. Okay. I'm looking to start mailing again, but I realize I need to start targeting higher value properties to offset the fixed costs that come with the business. It's a bit outside of my approach thus far. For those who have started on the smaller, infill lots and then worked their way up to larger acreage pieces, do you have any advice for making that transition? Thanks for the feedback." I have one.
I do too. Go ahead first, please.
Just add a 0.
You're gonna find a break point in markets for land specifically, and it's different for every market. Let's say different for every zip code, where you're pricing yourself out from a dollar standpoint. So let me give you an example. I just looked at a deal in northern Montana that somebody sent me. It's $25 million, but I think it's 26 million something. I don't remember the exact asking price, but it's 222 20-acre parcels. When you break all those down, separate APNs, and they're all adjacent. So if you think about deconstructing that transaction, it ends up being about just over $200,000 a 20-acre property. If you look at all the other 200-acre properties, or 20-acre properties in the area, they were listed for way, way more than $20,000 each. So this could be a real easy double your. I'm not going to do the deal. If I was, I wouldn't talk about it on the show. It could be, buy for 25 million. This is adding zeros, Joe. Buy for 25 or 26 million and sell for 50 million. But it would take years to do it. There's individual stuff that goes on, and that's a lot of transactions. And it's not 1994 anymore. Transactions can get complicated. And I can tell you right now, whatever little community that's in, I don't even get that far, is going to have a lot to say about me buying these properties and parting them out.
True.
So larger parcels like that, the numbers completely work on that deal. There's social reasons why I shouldn't do it, and I'm not going to do it. Maybe somebody will. I doubt it. I don't know. Larger properties, if you are customary, if you stay within the customary transaction amounts and the way that people do deals in local markets, you're going to do great. That breached that local culture. They're not going to want anybody buying and selling that property, starting with the county recorder. So what my advice to you is, make sure if you're going to do larger acre properties, that you're buying for 20, 30, 40,000 bucks, maybe a little more, and selling below, let's say around 120-ish. In Southern California, it's going to be a lot more. In Northern Wisconsin, for example, it's going to be a lot less. So just make sure you're within that. It's not just add a zero, is my point.
Well, I disagree. Let me tell you why. Here's what I would do. So, first of all, like start just by adding a zero, you need to start thinking about 10 times what you were doing before. Let's just say your sweet spot in these info lots, we're selling things, $10,000 to $15,000, which totally makes sense in many markets in the country for info lots, let's just say. And you're going for the little things. So I want you to do a couple things. One, when you're just start looking for those properties and let the data pull you to where they are.
Wow, this is good advice.
Thank you. How do I do that? Well, when I'm in Zillow or True, whatever I'm using for my source for fishing/trolling for these deals, number one, set your acreage above the info lot area. So make them all like an acre. Let's just use that for a good example. Most of the time, I always think of less than an acre, I'm going to get in some info lots. More than an acre, now I'm going to start getting some acreage. So just say your bottom number is 1 acre. Okay, that takes me out of the little 0.09s. Those are all out of here. Yep. Now I want you to start looking for the sales price. And I want you to start targeting things instead of selling for 10, 12, 15,000. How about 100, 120, and $150,000? So just that. You're in Zillow, you put land, 1 acre is a minimum, and your sales price is a minimum of $100,000. Now, take a step back at the country and start moving all around and let it tell you where those deals are instead of trying to cram them in somewhere and trying to make something work. And you'll find them.
That's brilliant advice, Joe.
Thank you. So that's my way
no
of adding
better way
a zero.
to summarize that.
Thank you. I added a zero on the property, kind of, and I definitely added a zero on the prices.
No better way to summarize it. Thank you.
You.
Today's topic, let's look at the second quarter of this year and talk about where to buy property and what types of property to buy. Jill kind of let the cat out of the bag with where. You're going to troll around and fish around. We got busted for using the word trolling on this. So
I missed this. How did what?
It's just a really negative word.
Oh, okay. I missed the memo.
We don't mean trolling on Facebook like awful, terrible people do.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We just mean trolling like if you're
fishing.
If you're older than 45, trolling, when someone says trolling, you mean you're in a fishing. Oh, you've got the electric motor in your boat and you're trolling around.
You're going slow.
Yeah. And
your line's in the water, just seeing what happens. Or you're just looking, right?
If you're younger than 35, trolling is a horrific thing. Unless you're a troll. Then you like it. You like when we talk about trolling.
What if you look like a troll? Then that's a whole nother thing.
Jill and I, when we lived at the beach, we lived next to somebody whose nickname was the Troll. And he looked like a troll.
He kind of did. That was kind of weird.
He owned the local gym there. And that was
forgot about that.
I think about that guy once in a while because he's not anyone I've ever talked to and never will. But he just, he would drive his little golf cart around and be a troll.
He wasn't outgoing. He was proud of it. That was his nickname. Yeah. He's like, this is my nickname. I'm like, all right.
He'd go to his gym that he owned and had a happy life.
That was weird. Wow. Oh, I thought I was Captain Random. That was a good one.
The second quarter 2025, here's what's happening. We've had crazy historic high interest rates over the last decade, let's call it. And it's starting to come apart at the seams. So the number of foreclosures that are happening, house foreclosures are happening all over the country, are escalating pretty severely because the 3-in-1 and 5-in-1 interest rates, the adjustable interest rates are kicking in. Long story short, if you did a 3-in-1, 5-in-1 interest rate around 2020, 23, it's kicking in and it doubles the price of your mortgage month to month. Number two, after COVID destroyed the continuity of the real estate market. Everything was grossly overpriced. It had the opposite effect of what I, at the time, predicted. I thought it was going to really reduce. Everyone was just going to hunker down and stay. No, it's had the opposite effect. Everybody
Yeah.
moved out of cities, completely jacked up prices, artificially so, and got these 3-in-1, 5-in-1 mortgages. So now the hangover's setting in from all of this, and we can see it in the data. There's literally 40% more properties on the market than there was last year.
Shocking.
That's staggering statistic. We talk about it on the Thursday call, Jill and I, with the Land Academy members every single week, and we track it week by week, and it's getting very severe. So what that means is there's a ton more property on the market, all types of property, including commercial. And so it's a buyer's market. You have the choice, send a bunch of mail out. You're going to we just did an 8,000 unit mailer in a mountain town in the Rocky Mountains. I've never seen a response like this.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have the choice of what to buy. And so what's the effect of that is when we're staring at 15 deals on our desk, we're going to pick the one where we can't lose.
Isn't it funny? What's great about that particular mailer is that when it hit, it wasn't as severe as now. It hit more than 3 months ago, and now they're like, coming out of the woodwork still. It's amazing to me. You timed it so perfectly. That was good.
So that's the market update. What to buy? I can't emphasize this enough. I would like you to consider, Jill and I own House Academy also. We never talk about it, largely because the last several years it just hasn't been a good time to buy a house. It's an amazing time to buy a house now. So I would please take a look at House Academy, or if you are a recovering, many members in Land Academy are recovering rehabbers. So they bought a house, rehabbed it, hated every second of it. We're in that group. That's not what we do. We buy a house, we don't even
Sweep.
clean it up. Yeah, don't even sweep and just resell it.
Yep.
Resell it for $40,000 to $100,000 more.
There you go.
And we're very effectively doing that right now. I'd encourage you to do the same thing. Where to buy? That's even easier.
Mm-hmm.
Please look up sources of data. Realtor.com has a whole data set on this. So does Redfin, about where the foreclosures are in the market. I'm not saying go buy foreclosures. Don't do that. There's all kinds of competition. That type of business is burnt. Buying properties that are in foreclosure status or tax deed or tax liens, I would walk away from that. Back in the day, it was amazing. It's not anymore. It's too competitive. So where there's foreclosures and where the market was so hot, like Austin is in a huge hangover situation right now.
That's true.
So look for like-kind markets that just went nuts
Mm-hmm.
in 2021, and that's where you're going to find some amazing deals.
Exactly.
You know why? Because Austin's still a cool place.
It is.
There's
Still
still
thriving, good
natural
businesses.
demand. It still passes the red, green, yellow test all day long.
It
So
just kind of went over. They overdid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join us tomorrow where Jill and I discuss the number one mistake investors make when handling seller calls. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. We are Jack and Jill. Information
And inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.